Hi, Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone here.
When will you understand that I am a person and not a thing?
Look it up.
Do something else. Do my eyebrows.
Better to say, am I being true to myself? And is this what I want to say? And have I expressed myself the way I want to express myself? I mean, that's what it's all about.
You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone. Hey, everybody, it's Stefan.
Hey, guys, it's Tony. Feliz Navidad.
Tony, I almost forgot what I had to say just then. I was like, wow, it's been a minute since I've
I know. I was like, wait a minute, it's the end of the year? What?
Surprise, everyone, we're back. You thought you heard The Last of Us in 2021.
No, they didn't.
Nope. Surprise. We decided to drop a special little bonus episode just because we love you all. And we miss doing this, right?
Yeah, and we thought it'd be fun to check in with everyone at the end of the year, whether you're celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, or just laying low. We are doing the same. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, so Tony, I'm seeing a little bit of a different backdrop for you, and I hear some tropical island breeze in the background. Where are you? Where are you podcasting from?
I'm not on an island. I'm actually in Mazatlan, Mexico, and I moved here at the beginning of November. Ooh. So I'm going to give it a year, and I'm working remotely, and I don't really have a lot to share right now because it's just a transition moment I'm having with moving and finding a new place and getting used to work. So when we do our season premiere in about 6 weeks or so, I will give you guys the full lowdown, and trust me, it'll be good.
Oh, exciting. I can't wait. Well, that sounds fun. Mm-hmm. And yeah, good for you. Everybody needs a little vacay from New York.
Well, you know what? This will be my first winter out of New York in 22 years. And I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't understand. I was out yesterday and I could hear Christmas music going on while I was burning in the sun. So this makes no sense to me. And more on that later. But I think that everyone should take a break from New York. I think, if this will work as a good segue, I think Carrie Bradshaw once said that the best thing about leaving New York was coming back. So let's just say that that's the moment I'm looking forward to sometime in the future.
And just like that, we're back to podcasting. Yeah, that's your segue, Tony. If anyone hasn't seen on Instagram, you can check out co-host Stefan making a little bit of an appearance in the very first episode of And Just Like That on HBO. I have already updated my acting resume to say that I'm now on an HBO Max show. But yeah, it was a thrill to be on that show. And
you're going to be in more episodes, right?
I believe, yeah. I was in about 5 different scenes. I don't know how much you'll be able to see of me. The one from the season premiere was probably the most prominent you'll see me, but who knows? You never know.
I mean, I saw you and I can never see anything. So, and it was right in the beginning. So it was like, here we go.
It's exciting. It was fun. Although crazy that took literally 5 hours, that entire scene, and it flew by in a minute. I was like, how is it possible it's taken this long? There's a lot to talk about since we last spoke. I mean, Madonna has been busy, and I just thought, if we're going to do a bonus episode, we definitely need to do a little bit of...
And now, This Week in Ciccone.
See, I get what I want.
I think the biggest thing we need to talk about right now is Madonna's feud with 50 Cent. I think it started with her crawling under the bed, and then 50 Cent slammed her saying she's doing inappropriate things, and now Madonna's responded with a cartoon-filtered slap back. I mean, it's all just seems kind of crazy. It's like, children, calm down. It's the end of the year.
I was just going to say,
can't we all just get along?
It seems rather juvenile, and I never really liked 50 Cent too much because he likes to insult people and hide behind his money. Mm-hmm. and he's doing it again. I mean, for years he's been talking smack about my idol Lil Kim, and he never went on record to apologize to her or take anything back. And so I think this whole thing that he's suddenly with his tail between his legs sending Madonna a quote unquote apology, I think a lot of that has to do with maybe his management, her management,
Sure,
them knowing each other or something. It just seems very inconvenient and press release,
Yeah, totally.
And I mean, here's my big thing though with this whole thing. I could give a fuck what they fight about or what they think of each other. But when Madonna has to clap back to him, does she have to digitally alter the photo from 2003? That to me is just calm down, and I may piss some people off because I'm not happy.
Just everyone pay attention right now. Just listen, we're going there.
Yeah, I just, this is not the Madonna that I love, and this is not the Madonna that puts out interesting content and writes music that we all love and puts on shows and, keeps busy. This is Madonna just trolling her fans, trolling people, courting an audience that really wants nothing to do with her. And the whole thing it just seems continuously ongoing. It doesn't end. And I feel like when Madonna would always tease us with content that was forthcoming, she would do these photo shoots and she would put out images and all that. But we've had this for 2 years and nothing has come of any of it. And it's like busy work,
So you're feeling it's tough to be in love with Madonna, or it's tough to be a Madonna fan these days, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for me it is. I don't know about you guys. I mean, some people, stan Queen and, slay and all that. But I try to avoid looking at her Instagram, and I if you go to the Daily Mail every day, you'll see exactly what she's doing, and it's all leggy displays and cheeky displays, and that's not.
No, because I'm curious. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. What exactly? Yeah. Why do you think it's bothering you? Like, what is it about you that bothers you when you see this?
Because there's nothing coming of it. There's nothing. It's.
So you would prefer if she was going to be doing these types of little crawl under the bed photo shoots and whatnot, or her all of the Ricardo stuff that she's doing. You want there to be an end result. You want it to be a movie or a music video or an album.
Yeah, that's what I've been conditioned to expect from her from all the years. It's she would lay low, work on something, and then she would start to tease it. And her image management and her whatever it is always tied to a project or something creative. But this just like I said, I just keep saying it's interminable. It just keeps going and going, and there's no focus.
You sort of want Madonna to do Madam X, put out the DVD, and now she scurries away, and we don't sort of see or hear from her until the next iteration comes back around.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a bit extreme. I don't expect her to go away,
Not like Mariah Carey after Christmas, right? We get it.
No, not disappear, but also just what are you doing? I mean, that's the thing. It's I look at her and I'm like, but what are you doing? And I never had that with her. I would do that to other people,
Yeah.
And in the past 2 years, every major pop star has come out with some, rather significant work, and all we've gotten from Madonna was the Madam X tour film that was, late. So,
well, no, there was also a Q&A. Did you watch the Q&A?
I watched about the first 15 minutes of it. It just didn't land for me,
Because I heard I did not get a chance to watch it. It's on Paramount Plus, correct?
Yeah. My biggest problem with that, the reason I turned it off, it's for someone who is so enamored of the camera and someone who is so ready to be photographed at any given moment, she does not have a single close-up in this whole show and is just illuminated by this big spotlight, and you don't get, closer than like maybe 100 feet from her. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. She loves getting her picture taken, all these close-ups, and then all of a sudden she's live and you can't get close to her, So it's like, you can't have it both ways,
Yeah. Well, speaking of her photo shoots, she did just, right before we went to air today, she did post on Instagram a little session from what I assume is her creativity shack or her music shed. I'm not quite sure.
Her she shed?
Yeah, her she shed in L.A. She's apparently reading a book of poetry by Pulitzer Prize-winning poet Mary Oliver. Mary has a book of poetry called Devotions. And I don't know if this is a quote from the book, but Madonna wrote, "In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be." Hashtag Cinderella. So either Madonna feels akin to Cinderella having to clean up the she shed, or she's quoting Mary Oliver. I couldn't be quite sure.
People don't start thinking that hashtag means, and there's an album called Cinderella coming out, because we've been down that road before.
Oh yeah,
and look where
hashtag
we are.
Magic. Don't believe it.
Don't believe it.
No, I liked her dress. I thought her styling looked really good. But speaking of Madonna and what she's been up to, there's another uproar currently happening online. Abby Shapiro, Ben Shapiro's sister-in-law. I'm not quite sure.
Who knows? Who cares?
Abby Shapiro, some woman, slammed Madonna, because of course Abby Shapiro happens to be a conservative, saying that shame on Madonna being 63. She should be more like Nancy Reagan was at the same age. Everyone erupted online over this because obviously Nancy Reagan did not very much for HIV/AIDS in the 80s, whereas Madonna, on the other hand, was doing nothing but supporting fundraising efforts and awareness for HIV/AIDS patients and whatnot. So people were actually defending Madonna online, saying, let Madonna behave how she wants to at 63. And
well, the more important part of that whole thing that you missed is that they started, talking about how Nancy Reagan was the blowjob queen in MGM back in the 30s and 40s. This has been a story that I've been reading about since I was a kid. I mean, she was well known as like the lady who got on her knees and pleasured whoever it was of power. She would be in offices, she would be in sound stages, she would be in private homes, and this is before she married Ronald. Right. So, that's one of the reasons she was trending online on Twitter. They were calling her, the GOAT of oral skills. And, you can compare them to each other, and they may have some things in common. That's why one of the memes was Madonna with her Evian bottle, but don't go saying that, Nancy Reagan was a paradigm of class and style at 64 when, she turned a blind eye to millions of dying people in the United States. So, yeah, good luck.
You were shocked and appalled by Paper Magazine. Are those the correct adjectives?
I was not. I think Lola is gorgeous, and I think that she's coming into her own in a way that a lot of people don't have to. It's like almost as if she has to announce who she is and what her intent in life is, so she won't be compared to her mother, And I think she's doing a great job of it. She has her own identity. She has her own style. She has her own color palette as well. She just pretty much the opposite of her mother. But I find it extremely troublesome and almost insulting that Madonna would Photoshop herself into her daughter's cover story, post it on her page, and then write some stupid comment and expect everyone to just applaud.
Tony, I'm upset that you're feeling so anti-Madonna today. You're
well, I mean, you don't have to. Not necessarily anti-Madonna, but I'm just a longtime fan who's frustrated because what are you doing?
It's not the Madonna that she's capable of being.
Exactly. The Madonna that I love was like, kind of a taskmaster. She kind of told you what was going on and you had to be on board. And, And, she's like, I'm working out, I'm eating really well, I'm not drinking gin at the gym, and, it's just, a lot of it looks really sloppy, and,
Do you think that maybe so just go with me for this 1 second. Do you think maybe she's doing this on purpose, that this is the persona she wants people to think she is?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she went to that awards show in London, and she was at a party where she was the oldest person in the room by 30 years, and she's hanging out with all these 20-year-olds. And I'm like, Madonna, what happened to your friends like Demi Moore and Debbie Mazar and, even Guy Ozira? Like, she doesn't hang out with people her own age anymore. That's all I want for her, is for her to have a focus, because when she's focused and she's working, she's unstoppable, I mean, look what happened when she got focused on Madame X in Portugal, and she came out with this incredible album, and then with the vision for this tour, and I'm not saying I want her to get back to that, but I know that that's who she is, and, obviously when one goes through, medical issues and has to have surgery, and, these are all things that happen to everyone in life. And that'll derail you, and you need to get back into life, and at your own pace. And I totally understand that. I'm not saying Madonna's like the worst person in the world for that. I'm just saying that, like, I miss, and I think a lot of her fans miss, that work ethic that she has,
the dedication she used to have.
The dedication, yeah. I mean, once, I'm going back to what I said earlier, is that you see people like Taylor Swift. She's put out 2 albums in the last, since the pandemic. Dua Lipa's put out 20 versions of Future Nostalgia.
Kylie Minogue put out 3 versions of Disco.
Exactly. So so it's a lot of that. We love those girls, and we love what everyone else is doing, even artists that I don't really listen to. Like, for example, Billie Eilish came out with a film and, an album. Casey Musgraves did the same thing. Halsey put out a complete visual situation as well, which I really respect. But from Madonna, it's just, I'm going to give you photo shoots. And I don't know. I like a photo shoot when it's on an album cover,
Yeah. I mean, I guess, we have been getting some some newish type of gems. Obviously, one of the biggest hits of Madonna this past year has been the Sickick remix of Frozen, which became huge on TikTok. Sickick himself said that the current 2-minute loop that's on streaming is just a teaser, that it will be a full release of the full song coming sometime in the near future, hopefully soon. I had posted about it on our Instagram, and somebody asked me, why does it take her so long, and why does it take her and her team so long to put this out? This was so last 2 months ago, and
exactly.
People they feel like her team is just like sleeping at the wheel, and I understand people's frustration, and like it does seem like her team's not with it. They're just
Stefan, I mean, you have to keep in mind she doesn't have a record label,
right?
So
exactly. There's
the team might be 2 people,
right? And I assume
at this point we don't even really know if she has a manager.
Yeah, Guy Ozira seems MIA, but I assume it was exactly all of that. It's a rights issue, getting clearance from her lawyers, organizing the deal with Sickick, finding some way to market it in some way. Madonna's a huge business, and huge business deals do not happen quickly. So by the time it was flagged to her attention that this existed and that it was huge on TikTok, is from the moment they were probably like, ooh, maybe we should do something with this. And then they tried to make it happen. So, it just doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately. They can't independently just be like, yeah, let's just put a song out on streaming and put it out on streaming.
True, but it does seem that way for everyone else,
Good point, yes. But good note, I believe we are putting this out the day before the Take a Bow remixes will be hitting streaming. So I'm excited to hear that, because I have a CD of those Take a Bow remixes and have not heard them in ages.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you
I don't
if
remember.
I remember. I do remember having.
I'll remember when the remixes come out.
Yeah, I remember buying the CD single, but I don't recall what was going on in that. I keep seeing in my mind the Bedtime Story CD single because you know why? Because it had a still from the Take About video in it. But yeah, so yeah, who knows? Let's just see what happens when Take About gets released, and maybe we'll all be surprised and recaptured again. I mean, it is Madonna's biggest hit ever, you know?
Yeah, it's a great song. It was a beautiful video, and hopefully, I like that it's being released in December. It's sort of very fitting end of year type of theme, and
It is.
Take a bow, you know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I'm excited about that. So you know, there's some things coming up. I think there's some things to look forward to. It is disappointing to me that we didn't get some fresh new music, or we won't get fresh new music from Madonna anytime soon. I mean, you know, I miss when in between her album eras, we used to at least get like a soundtrack song or, you know, something, anything. Oh, that's right. If you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, I've been uploading previous episodes. It's old episodes that you've already heard for now, but I am loving, Tony, I have to tell you, if you haven't been looking, I am loving the commentary that we get on some of the episodes.
I haven't looked yet.
Oh, some of them are like, why didn't you ask them about this? I can't believe it. Or 20 minutes in and still haven't talked about Madonna. And I'm like, wow, like no holds barred. Like, you guys are being way too nice about her. I think she looked terrible there. So if you're interested, just go to the YouTube channel for the commentary alone. I'm not deleting any of the nasty comments because they're just too fun to read.
Yeah, and you know, plus we've got that thick skin Madonna talks about in Truth or Dare, you know, so bring it on.
Yeah, seriously,
we have those survival tactics.
I read some of them and I'm like, wow, haters gonna hate for sure. Jeez, you know, I'm always like, if you want to set up a Madonna podcast and interview some people and ask them all you want about Madonna, go right ahead.
But you know, to those of you that love us, you know, we love what you have to say, and we love like sharing viewpoints with you. So we're also going to be doing some live episodes. We know you guys love them, so we're looking forward to that. I
love the live episodes. I love having callers. Callers is so much fun. We need a radio show.
Serious? Anyone? But yeah, let's
is this thing
think
on?
Let's think about doing a live episode right after the new year. You know, we can do
that'd be fun. Yeah.
And yeah, one more thing too, because you know, you never know when you're going to hear the next Madonna anecdote, and just when you thought you've heard it all, you know, I was watching the Alanis Morissette documentary on HBO Max, as one tends to do. And, you know, I actually, you know, going into it, didn't expect her to, because, you know, the tone of it is very much about her legacy and, you know, the work that was put in to make Jagged Little Pill. And I didn't really expect them to spend too much time on Madonna and Maverick, but, you know, they did. And Alanis has some really unique and kind of funny anecdotes about Madonna herself and meeting her and her impressions. So,
interesting.
If you haven't seen that, check it out, because you know it's always good to hear something new, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll stop rerunning and Just Like That, and I'll take a pause and go watch the Alanis documentary instead.
Okay. You know, and like I said, you know, it is frustrating we don't have anything new for Madonna, but you know, come December, there is an old reliable, an evergreen, if you will, and it's Madonna's rousing rendition of Santa Baby, you know?
Oh, yes. I have not yet heard it. Haven't heard it on the radio yet this year.
Oh, I've heard it here in the street at the mall, you know, but, you know, they're Christmas music crazy here, so go for it, Mexico. But yeah, you know, if you're feeling down and you've overheard All I Want for Christmas Is You, you can always have Santa Baby with Madonna. That was a moment I'll never forget. And, you know, everyone loves Christmas music, right, Stefan?
This is true. Funnily enough, Santa Baby, Mariah Carey, they all sort of, they got to me this Christmas season, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to write and produce a Christmas song of my own? And so
that's the greatest gift you could give yourself.
Exactly, And so I took the little song "Call Me Tonight" that Liberty and I put out a couple months ago, and I did what I'm calling a holiday remix version, and it's now a Christmas-fied song. It's called "Christmas Tonight." I wrote the lyrics. Liberty did the vocals. You can hear me a little bit in the background, and it's fun. It's the same type of music. It's dance. It's upbeat, but it's Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a fun Christmas song to work out to, or go on a run, or just take your cares away from your relatives this holiday, put on Christmas Tonight. It's streaming right now wherever you buy it on iTunes, stream it on Spotify. It's fun. Liberty sounds amazing.
Yes, she does. There's always one of those nights during the Christmas season when you come home from an office Christmas party and you're already a little tipsy and you keep drinking your sorrows away and you put on some upbeat Christmas music. This is the perfect song to fall over your lamp to.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We will put Christmas Tonight at the end of this episode just so you can hear it, but it's also on streaming, so you can add it to your gym playlist right now as we speak.
Also, it's not Christmas Tonight, but the song's titled Christmas Tonight.
Correct, yes. Meaning we want Christmas tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
That's sort of like we want Christmas right now. We want it Christmas tonight. Well, Tony, I know you have a lot to do out there in Mexico, and I have a lot of
guacamole to eat, and I have a lot of Spanish to learn, and
a lot of tequila to drink.
No, none of that for me. Although I will not turn down virgin pina colada served in a coconut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very
nice. Sounds good.
But, I would like to say that I am grateful for all of our listeners. I'm grateful for you, my intrepid co-host and co-producer. And I'd like to say I'm grateful for this year, even though it was really tough. It built a lot of character, and it's going to prepare me. And I hope your year is going to prepare you for what's coming up in 2022, which really can't get any worse.
Yeah, we are definitely on the up and up in 2022. We've made it through another year of this pandemic, and I think, Tony, having you to chat with almost every week has been really helpful. Having a community of Madonna fans out there to listen to and chime.
The patrons, the live shows, it's all icing on the cake. These are things we never expected when we started, so thank you again.
Yeah, it's great to have everyone out there listening. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your messages, and we will be back in season 4. We are unsure how often we're going to be recording, just because our schedules are busy now that we're both employed. But we will be
a presence in your life.
We will
somehow.
We will be around. We're going to be trying to put some stuff out on YouTube, some original content there, some original podcast episodes. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. You ain't getting rid of us. We're still going to be here.
And we're here to light a fire under Madonna's ass to get her ass to work,
Yeah, seriously, Madonna. Come on. I want some music.
I'm not upset with her. I don't hate her. I'm just frustrated with her. The way that you're frustrated with someone you love because you know their potential and you know what they're capable of, and you know that they've still got decades of work, good work, quality work ahead of them, and you just want them to rise up,
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm coming from. So, before you decide to send me some hate mail, just know where I'm coming from a good place,
Yeah. Right. We all want the best for Madonna here. This is a welcoming Madonna community. But yeah, Tony, it's so good to see you. It's so good to chat with you. I'm so excited. And it'll be a couple weeks away before we start chatting again.
Absolutely. It'll be fun. And yeah.
We're going to take a little holiday break, and then we're going to be back in your living room or your car or your bedroom or whatever seedy location you want to invite us.
In your headphones. How's that?
That doesn't sound as dirty.
No, not at all. But yeah, you guys have a great holiday season. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2022.
Oh, it sounds so exciting. Yeah, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MLVC Podcast. Join, become a patron for us, support the podcast, help keep us going. We have production costs, and we can't do it without subscribers like you. So we're also on Venmo if you want to drop us a tip. Get us a little cup of coffee. Get Tony some of that virgin daiquiri margarita. What was it? What were we having?
I don't drink daiquiris or margaritas. It's a pina colada.
A pina colada. Yeah, at MLVC Podcast on Venmo as well. So, but yeah, we will talk to you in 2022. Tony, have a fantastic New Year's.
You too. Have a good New Year's, and we'll see you guys next year.
We'll see you then, guys. Bye.
Before Christmas is done, we want to have some fun. I think I hear the sleigh. Santa is on his way. The music will be right. The shiny twinkle lights. The Yule log dancing on. Christmas all night long. Cheer, make it merry and bright. Good tidings all around and into Christmas night. Christmas in the air, I need you by my side. I'm dashing through the snow, let's celebrate the time. The sleigh will set me right. I want it, I need it. The shine through the lights.
Come let your heart be light.
The Yule log dancing on. I want it, I need it. Christmas all night long.
Christmas tonight.
The sleigh will set me right. I want it, I need it. The shiny twinkle lights.
Come let your heart be light.
The Yule log dancing on. I want it, I need it. Christmas all night long.
Christmas tonight.
Presents galore, holly wreaths, candy canes, tasting oh so sweet. 'Tis the season, tree of my tree. Christmas spirit, baby, you and me. The snow is in the air. I'm waiting for your call. Wish you would hurry up so we can deck the halls. There's no time to lose. Let's carol in the snow. Just grab your scarf and mittens and candles that will glow. The sleigh will set me right. I want it, I need it. The shiny twinkle lights.
Come let your heart be light.
The Yule log dancing on. I want it, I need it. Christmas all night long.
Christmas tonight.
The sleigh will set me right. I want it, I need it. The shiny twinkle lights.
Come let your heart be light.
The Yule log dancing on. I want it, I need it. Christmas all night long.
Christmas tonight.
I want it, I need it.
Come let your heart be light. Christmas tonight.
Presents galore, holly wreaths, candy canes, tasting oh so sweet. 'Tis the season, tree of the tree. Christmas spirit, baby.
Let your heart be light.
You've got my number, don't you? I want it, I need it. I'll be under the mistletoe.
Christmas tonight.